who doesn't like a good court drama every now and again? Alright, back again with another video, this time for Anatomy of the Fall. I think it's what it's called, right? Is it the or a? Anatomy of a Fall, which is a French movie, I believe, that stars a character named Sandra, who is this, I think, author, writer who kind of lives in this isolated little cabin in France. I don't honestly. Germany. No, Sandra's German. Where the fuck was this taking place? Whatever. An isolated little cabin with their son, who is blind, or at least partially blind, and her husband. Now, one day, while she is being interviewed by a student in her living room, her husband's working upstairs, and at some point, and somehow, he falls off the roof, like the top floor of this house, and dies and is discovered by his son, who is walking the dog at the time. And the rest of the movie kind of turns into this court drama of did he fall? Was it an accident? Was it suicide? Or was he pushed? That's the central message of there, and because the prosecution obviously goes with the he was pushed angle, Sandra becomes the leading suspect of that case, and she gets arrested for murder. Whoop, shit. Nice save. Thank you, me. God damn it. Stay still. That's what I get for trying to move my leg so it doesn't cramp under me. This is what you guys like, right? This loosey-goosey kind of style of doing things. Really should format these in a more professional way one of these days. But anyway, so, I'm a sucker for a good court drama, so I really like this movie. I thought it was pretty entertaining. I think it's well written. There's definitely some strong feminist themes that are kind of tackled through it. I'm not smart enough to parse it all out. There are other people smarter than me, but there does definitely seems to be a discussion on when a woman acts angry or rational versus when a man acts angry or rational, and how they're not quite treated in the same disparity. It does feel like through a lot of these conversations that the prosecution has with her, it does feel like it's leaning more into, oh, well, she's angry and irrational, she's probably cheating on her husband. So because she acted angry or responsible, this means that also gives her motive for murder, despite the fact that it's also portraying the husband as kind of this torture genius kind of a vibe. It feels like everyone's very oh, he wouldn't commit suicide, he wouldn't have a reason to do this. It's mostly the wife, because the wife is kind of shrewd and angry and emotional and blah 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 blah. Particularly with the climactic scene, which I think is the one that a lot of has been kind of making the rounds, where they do have this long argument that it turns out the husband was recording because he was allegedly working on a project, but it really just seems like he was recording her strictly to bait her into an argument that he can then, I don't know, use for some purpose. It's never quite made clear what that was supposed to be. It's kind of implied he was trying to build evidence against her for whatever reason. I don't know. It's been a while since I've watched it, so I'm probably skipping over a lot of details. And it never really answers the question of, was he pushed? Did he commit suicide? It's very much leaves it up to the audience to decide one way or another. I think it definitely leans more towards one or the other, but it never really confirms it. So it kind of leaves it ambiguous in that regard. But the way it plays with the tensions of this court case, not just from a societal perspective of her being this very harsh spotlight, and very obviously being made to be the, what I'm looking for, perpetrator of this, but not just in the court, but also in the media. They kind of throw her to the wolves. But also how this impacts her relationship with her son, and how the son doesn't really know what to think or what to believe, and how he kind of comes to his own conclusions about what happened. All those relationships are interesting to explore, as well as just being a genuinely good little mystery, and how they uncover like the evidence and so on and so forth. All that comes together very well. I honestly don't have a lot to say about this, mostly because one, I saw it a long time ago, and two, it's really is a case. Like, it's honestly a pretty straightforward court case, and I feel like there's people that are smarter than me that can go more to the feminist elements of there. It doesn't need the opinion of a 32-year-old white dude. So I will say, like, I do really like this movie. I do recommend it, and if you haven't seen it already, go check it out. So this is a short one, but I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.